All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the Liberty tournament. I'm in Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm gonna get the. It's gonna take me the entire round to get it right. It's a Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Jeez, how hard is that, man? Hole number 2. All right, I'm doing an absolute lay. I'm doing a layup shot on my drive, and I'm trying to get right to this point right here, right through that mouth. I'm not. This is minimum wood, so I'm just trying to get to my minimum wood. I'm not trying to get greedy, and I'm not trying to get through the gap. I'm just trying to get to that spot right there, and I'm trying to set this shot up so I'm 3 rings off of this surface. I'm blue ring off of this surface, and I've moved it out. I'm 3 3/4. So if I had if I had a quarterback, I'd be 3 rings off. But I'm using a rock, so I'm going to be 3 3/4 rings off of this transitional surface. Max topspin, maximum left-hand side spin, maximum left-hand curl, and bringing it through the gap. So this shot is set up so that if I hit a 1 ring great to the right, I go through. If I hit a 1 ring great to the left, I go through. If I hit a perfect, I go through. If I hit anything 2 rings great to the left or the right, I'm screwed. But if you have a Spitfire in your bag, you need to if you have a Spitfire, even if you don't use it, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but here's the thing, I don't bring a Spitfire because I'm trying to hey, I've got that Malibu and it'll get me out of the sand here. I'm using a Spitfire so when I'm in these types of bunkers, it can get me up on the green and I can recover. And I don't have any problem using my Spitfire when I'm up close. Malibu does have a few tools that a Spitfire doesn't have, especially when it's a low-level Spitfire, but I've never regretted having a Spitfire in my bag ever. And this is definitely a hole to bring a Spitfire on. And a Nirvana if you got a Nirvana. And if you're not using your Nirvana, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you're not using your Nirvana, this is definitely a hole to put it in the bag. I'm taking a rock. I'm taking that bag right there, my accurate bag. And I'm going to take a Kingmaker. And everything else looks good. Got my grid up, so I'll be able to show you what 3 3/4 rings looks like off of that transitional point out there. The whole deal is I'm trying to standardize this hole. I don't want to be. I see a lot of people take this shot and they're bringing out an extra mile and they're going over to the left and they're trying to weave and bob through there and they're trying to get all their bounces right so that their bounce goes through without clipping the rough. And it's so easy to end up in trouble. And these City Park holes, the minimum score is -11. Hole number 3 is definitely a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity. So it's a -11 for the minimum score, and these holes can eat your lunch. And so it's really important to play fairway to green and stay in the fairway and have shots set up. Okay, so I'm going to put my ball guide, I'm going to put my center ball guide right on that tip. And then I want to be 3 3/4 rings off of that tip. And then I'm going to go max topspin. And it gets me 10%. It's going to be 3 3. Do a 10% pull here. 3 3. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. It should go dead center right through the middle. And I'm undecided onto the cup. My notes from the last time were, and I could probably go 4 rings. I'm going to change my setup here to 4 rings instead of 3 3/4. And from that spot right there, I think the deal was that I think from that spot, if I hit it 2 rings great to the left, it'll go through. 1 ring great to the right, it'll go through. The fear there is if you hit it to the right, it'll roll out of the rough. If you hit it to the left, it'll stick. So I'm undecided. On my last notes on this hole, I had +5 to the cup. And I was talking to one of my teammates, and they were using a -10. So it is uphill. So theoretically, we should be taking off some wind. That's 2.0 equals divided by 1.5. 1.4 rings. So I'm right at min club. Okay. I'm going to go right towards that edge of the cup, and it's 1.4 rings. And I'm slightly off. So there's 1, 4. Let's try and hit it perfect. Oh, freaking great to the right. I'm trying to let it off today. I'm trying to get all my shots to go from the right to the left instead of the left to the right. But I didn't think I had enough time to let it go by one more time. So I released a little early or a little late, whatever that happened to be. I didn't release it perfect, that's for sure. I was just Hammer and Hank is back. So he's out streaming. For those of you that are Hammer and Hank fans, he's back. He was doing some streams tonight. I was in one of his streams earlier and talking to some of the people that were in the streams, and I am definitely the king of the greats. That's the thing. There are days that I'm on and I'm on. And there's days that I couldn't buy a perfect. If they were offering perfect packs, they wouldn't sell one to me. And it is a wonder that I have as much success in this game as I do. But I'll tell you, the reason I have a lot of success in this game is because I'm a big fan of understanding that the minimum score, if you put yourself in a position on all 18 holes to pick up a shot, that you don't have to pick up all 18 in order to have success in this game. If you put yourself in a spot the minimum score, when you go out on the course, the minimum score is already in your bag. Playdemic went, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're just going to give them the minimum score and then see if they can pick up any shots. And then you have 18 opportunities to pick up a shot. The goal is to try and make, if you made a third, that's 6. That's picking up 6 shots. If you just make 33%, if you make 25%, that's what, 4 and some change. So you don't have to pick up every hole in order to have some success in this. I have teammates that can pick up every stinking hole. It's like, damn, guys, you guys are awesome. But I am definitely not that player. I am the guy that grinds it out and has to stay with it and stay with it and stay with it and try and pick up a shot here and there. Try and give myself every opportunity to pick up a shot and hope that I can get as many perfects as possible. I'm hitting from the top up here because I want to continue to work this shot. It's 3. And it's all about that flipping, going right at it. You can see how close I am down there on the end. So it's 10%. That's a 2, 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I can hit this perfect. Hitting it perfect. I got to get some confidence back in the shot because I've tanked this shot 3 times in a row with my Prox account. And even that right there, and that's just because we're going against headwind. And you have to adjust it a little bit different on these holes when you're going against headwind. Got to get confidence that I won't end up in the sand. I'm not going to take that shot. I love that shot, but I'm not going to take that shot in this tournament. I got bit 3 times in the practice round, and it put the fear into me. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Liberty tournament and Wednesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.